like I was saying, most Christian folks don't understand what a shepherd is. A shepherd is someone who leads you and guides you in the way your heart supposed to go. And not just only he's going to lead you in the path you're supposed to go, he's going to lead you in a path where you'll be in green pasture, where you'll be by the still water. But a lot of people come to church, they hear the word of God, but they don't listen. It's a difference between hearing and listen to the word of God. I know faith say, the word say, faith come by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. You can hear the word of God all day long, but if you don't listen to the word of God, you're not going to accomplish nothing. You see, that's the problem with the world today. We come to church, but we're not listening. We're just hearing it, that's all. We become like someone who look at himself in a mirror, but when he walk away, he forget how he looks. But when you look in the Word of God, it'll bring the truth back at you. You remember what the Word of God said if you just listen to God's Word. You see, most of the problem in our life is because we're not listening to the Word of God. And when we go to listen to the Word of God, we'll do what God's Word says. And that's our problem. Sometimes I question myself. I know sometimes I stray away. I'm not listening, obeying. I'll be disobedient. And so everybody be disobedient at some time or another. But when you be disobedient to the word of God, you got to know how to go back to Him and ask God for forgiveness. And Lord, forgive me for going against your will. That's why he called, say David was the apple of his heart, because every time David sinned, he called on the Lord. You see, if you want to be the Lord to be your shepherd, you got to obey His word. And once you start obeying God's word, you find out that will change in your life. You stop hanging around with some of the people that you used to hang around with, because you come to understand and realize one thing, that they're leading me in the wrong way. You line the world to be your shepherd instead of Jesus. You see, in order for Jesus to be your shepherd, you got to be in the Word of God. No matter what your condition, no matter what you're going through in life, the answer is right here in God's Word. All you need to do is just go through and search the Word of God. But the problem is, we spend too much time doing everything else instead of seeking the Lord. And that's the problem with us. But we don't want to spend time in God's Word. You know, a preacher could preach every day, all day long, and you still ain't gonna get it. You still ain't gonna get it. Know how I know you ain't gonna get it? Because you're not ready to receive it in your heart. And once you receive the word of God in your heart, it's gonna make a change. You will stop listening to Him all the time, and you can go to reading it for yourself. I'm gonna give you a good example now. Let's look at this. I got more ladies in here. It's quite all pretty good. which is going to add up to the same thing. When your ladies was out there, you seen that young man, took your eye, you're watching him pretty close, that heart go to beating, and now you want to know a little more about him. You ask your friend who he is, what you know about him, and then you the same way. They don't got part of you, and that feeling begin to burn in your heart, and now you want to know more about them. Why can't you do the same thing about God? He's more important to you than any man or any woman. He loved you so much. He gave his son Jesus. So we should be searching every day of our life, trying to get closer and closer to the man called Jesus. And then, should I go there? 139 songs. I ain't read the whole thing. I want you to read for yourself. Go to the 139. And David in there too. He didn't say he know my rising and he know when I lay down. He know the 139 songs tell you that God knows everything about you. And if you go on a little further, he said he knows when you were conceived in your womb in secret. Your mom and your daddy thought it was in secret, but he know about it already. God knows everything about you. He knows your thought. He knows what you think. It's in 139 songs. He knows what you think before you even think it. But still, he cares enough for you that he wants to lead you in the right way if you just allow him to be your shepherd. Oh, I gotta find that. Come on. Oh, get my dad back up. I can't remember what place it is. 139 songs. Yeah. Okay. But they seek again. Here he be praying for the people that he hates, those that betray him. And he said, but they speak against thee wickedly. 20 songs, 20 verses. And thy enemy take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. I am not grieved with those that rise up against thee. I hate them with perfect hate. I count them my enemy. But look what he said, search me. Search me. Oh God. He said, search me, oh God, and know my heart. Yeah. Try me and know my thought. Yeah. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Sometimes the problem is with us. We have hatred in ourselves instead of love. That's still with no. Come on. Oh Lord, have mercy. Come on, Jesus. See, this 139th song, it let us know that God knows everything about it. He's okay. Come on. Go to that 6th verse, 139 verse. He said, surely. He said, sure. such knowledge is not wonderful, not wonder for me. It is high. I cannot attain. What knowledge he talking about? He talking about the knowledge God know of him. It's so high that he can't understand it. He can't understand how God know all this about me. But yet he still loved me. He know when I was sleeping with this other woman. He know when I was stealing. He know when I wanted to kill somebody, but still, he still loved me. Yet knowing all this, he still loved me. When my friend found out I was doing this, to turn it back on me, but yet, he still there for me. Go on now, little brother. He said, whether should I go from thy spirit, or whether should I flee from thy prison? He said, if I ascended into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. And no matter where you go, he's there. I can understand when a lot of preachers get up doing films, talking about absent from the body, present with the Lord. What they say? They're putting them in heaven? They don't know where nobody's going. The Bible tells me that we shouldn't put nobody in heaven nor in earth. Because the Bible just told me if I go to hell, he's still there. I'm still in his presence. What God is trying to tell us, no matter what we go, where we go, no matter what we do, he's still right there. He's still right there. He wants you to know he sees everything you do.
Amen.
You think you're doing it in secret. You think you're getting away with it. He said, but when you come before me, I'm going to bring it up to you. You remember when you did this against me? Remember when you was in a place that you shouldn't have been? And then, Lord, when did you see me do that? I was with you all the time. He said, I never leave you nor I forsake you. He said, but I give you my word to lead you in truth, the knowledge in the right way. He said, my word is a light unto your path. He said, all you got to do is follow the instruction, but the problem is we don't take time out to read the instruction. You know, when you're baking a cake, you got to follow the instruction, you got to follow the direction to make it come out right. And that's the same thing in life. We got to follow the instruction for it to come out right. And we just follow God's instruction.
Yes.
Everything will be all right. Look at this. You come to church. I'm going to say this, I'm going to sit down. I'm trying to make it to heaven. How in the world are you trying to make it to heaven and you ain't doing nothing what the word says? You can't get to heaven unless you obey what the word says. You got to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. You got to believe Jesus was the Son of God, that he came here, he died, and he took on the sins of this world. He hung on the cross to the night hour for you and for me. He died, he hung his head, the lock of his shoulder, and he died for you and for me. They buried Jesus in a borrowed tomb. Oh, he stayed there. But early Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. If you don't believe that, how could you be saved? Got too many people walking around here don't believe that Jesus was the Son of God. You got to believe for yourself. Don't let nobody confuse you or lead you in the wrong way. And how you going to stop that? Read it for yourself.
Amen.
The Lord is my shepherd. I've been studying all week long on that same sermon. The Lord is my shepherd. And the Spirit gave it to me. I'm still going to preach it, Henry, no matter what. I have to preach it at Mama Ride at St. Luke today. And that's my topic. The Lord is my shepherd. So that may be why God has sent him over this way. I've been asking him for weeks to come. And he told me last week that he was going to show up. And he said, as soon as he leave here, he's going straight to Houston. You know, God is a good God. We ask him for his grace traveling, that he make it to Houston and back. Amen. And we appreciate him to come to spread the word. See, we need more people to come out and spread the word to God, people. Because we all serve the same God. There's no big eyes and no big U's. We all in God's word. Amen. We're going to ask the church to keep on praying for our pastor. To lead him and guide him the way he would have him to go. And we're going to pray for our two deacons who is absent. We don't know what the problem is, but guess what? God knows everything. The preacher just said that Jesus knows everything. Reason why I know he knows everything because the woman was at the well. And she didn't know that Jesus had already known that she had 5 husbands. So and Jesus told her, where is thy husband? And she pulled right in and said, I have no husband. I say, oh Lord. But Jesus said, the 5 that you had don't belong to you already. Amen. God is a good God, y'all. And he's worthy to be praised. We come this morning, we enjoyed ourselves on the day. We enjoyed the Holy Spirit, the presence of the Holy Spirit. You know, the Bible said, if you ask, and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Yeah. So when you come in God's house, come to God's house with a sincere heart. Don't worry about what Satan do, because Satan gonna do his job. It's just for us to stay prayed up at all times, because that devil is going to stay busy and he's going to try to get in whoever he can and whichever way he can. He could get into your youngest child, your oldest child, your middle child. But you know what? God is still a good God. His grace and his mercy is still sufficient. We need him, y'all. We need him every day of our life. And we're going to continue on practicing that we need Jesus every day of our life. Sometimes you're walking around up and down the house, sing another song. Let God know that you love him. And it'll grow and grow and grow in you, but you have to be sincere in what you do, how you do it, and when you do it. Amen? Amen. Let us stand and be dismissed.